Hello and welcome back to the channel, and welcome today to Interplanetary by Jolly Roger. Well, Team Jolly Roger. This is a game that's currently available on Steam's Early Access, and I thought I'd show it to you. Technically, I'm going to be playing with myself, and I know many of you childish people are giggling right now, so we're just going to have player 1 and player 2, just so I can generally show you what this is all about. This is a cross-planetary combat kind of game, and it's kind of cool. It's a cool little... I don't even know how to explain it at the minute. I'll just show you. So at the minute we are player 2. So we can zoom down onto the planet, and here is our little planet. The general idea of this game is each player that's in the game has a set amount of cities on their little planet. So here we've got a few cities dotted round, and your goal is to kill all the cities on the other person's planet. The way you do that is, first of all, you've got to basically form power grids and plantations and all this kind of stuff. So for example, let's say I wanted Valeper to be my main city. So first of all, I'm going to need to put some power on it, so I need to have some kind of connection to that. So here you can see how many nodes. So at the minute I'm using one node to connect to that, so these are connections that can be made. So that's currently being built. So next turn, because this is all turn based, it'll all make sense in a minute. That will be built and will then be producing power that will share onto anything that's on this network. So here's how much power I'm producing, here's how many minerals. So I could also produce, let's say I also put a mine on there to also come from the city and be built, say, over here, because the idea is to also try and form connections between bases. So we'd have that, and then let's say we also wanted to put some kinetic defences, which would then try and defend everything in this area from such horrible nasties. We won't do anything else just yet. Or should I put down another kinetic defence now? Nah, it'll be fine. I'll save that for next turn. So we can then go to our little tech tree here. The tech tree isn't anything major, but it gets the job done. It basically just slowly starts to unlock new buildings and powers and stuff that you can use on people. So let's say, for example, so one path's more about getting shields and defences, one's more about exploiting kind of resources to get extra power, and then leading up to eventually the first one, which is all about weapons, lasers and rockets, and using the sun to fire beams of solar energy and just devastate planets. It's awesome, so we'll probably go down that route. So yeah, that would be the tech tree for there. So that would be that turn completed. So you go to the next player, which is going to be me in this instance, just because it was easier than finding an online game. So same applies to this, where I've got all these cities. So let's say we wanted old Motor over here to be, we'll try and connect up these two cities. So we want to put a solar plant at least somewhere around here. If we can try and put it right there in the centre, I can then also connect it to there. So it'll now be providing power to both of these. And then again I'll probably put down some kind of mine, which I will use to help generate some extra minerals so we can build more stuff. And I think with this one, just so I can show it you, I will start getting a gun built, which I will put over here somewhere, like that. So that's all that one can build, and then again I'll just go to here and I'll just build the nuclear plants with a better version for getting energy. So then we would end our turn, which will be the end of this entire phase. So then it would enact the turn, the movement phase, where all the planets will start their rotation around the sun. And then if you were firing now, that all the planets would fire simultaneously, which I should be able to show you this turn. And it's very cool how you've got to work it out, which is the part I love the most about this. So first of all, we carry on doing this. So you can see now this is now finished and giving me power. So first thing I want to do, personally, I want to get at least some more power coming down from somewhere, just in case one gets taken out. And then I also want to put down another turret. Well, I want to put it here, just in between this, so it can try and be defended by the connection. And then I think we will start going straight into the rockets. So that would be that turn done again. It's just a beautifully simple game, but I imagine it being a hell of a lot of fun with friends. I've played a couple of games with it. It's quite fun. It really gets very addictive very quickly. So we're going to have a railgun activated. I think I'm going to put down some kind of defence. Would probably be a good idea. Let's say if we took it from there and just snuck that in there. Let's also try and put down another railgun. Oh, actually, can we stick it around about there? See if we can try and get that to defend it for as long as we can. And yeah, because that would boost my energy even higher. So now, from this planet, I've actually got a gun that I can actually use. So if I now click this is going to cost me 200 power to fire, so I've got 450 left from my turn, so I can still use that. Now, you've then got to try and work out gravity around planets, so if you go near planets it'll start to warp the shot. It also depends on where you put the gun on the planet, so at the minute it's around the back of the planet, so it's also got to get off the planet first, so it can only go in certain directions. And then you've also got to work out where their rotation is, so the arrows tell you which way they're going to rotate, so we want to try and get it on that line as best we can. So I'm going to try and warp this round a bit, like that. There you go, to follow that line. So there you go, I've now locked that in place. So now, when I end my turn, we should fire a shot, and hopefully, bam, we give them a nice, beautiful hit there. And now, because that's a railgun, the kinetics can defend against it, but instead, nope, I've just defended it, so I've hit their main cities. Solid on that one. So I didn't do much damage, I only did a little bit. Railguns are literally like your most basic, so you generally have to stack them up pretty high. The idea is just to generally barrage people with them kind of things. But you get the general idea, it's pretty cool. So with these guys, I shouldn't be that far from getting missiles. So I think these guys now they're gonna want to return fire soon. So they've got a lot of power knocking around. So they're going to be sitting there not too pleased about the whole thing. So we're going to make sure they know that. So we can fire one shot back. So there you go. It might, just as it's going forward, you should just be able to curve it round, get pulled in by gravity and then hit it in theory. It could be completely wrong. Right, so now we go back to these guys. So these hitting enemies, so we got all good things, nothing bad happened that turn for this this planet at least not yet. So this turn, however, they are going to have 2 railguns active, so we don't want to use too much energy because we will need to have at least 400 to fire both these guns, because both these need 200 power to fire. So we want to be, I think, putting up some more kinetic defences to defend some more of this stuff, just to increase our chances of just popping them. We also need to get more minerals. I'm barely produced any minerals a turn, so I need to sort that out. So now I can fire 2 railguns from this planet, and these guys have still got a beautiful line of sight on this one. So currently this planet actually has the advantage on this shot, so, and the advantage in firepower as well. So that planet really didn't have that much of a chance, and I was right on that one as well. So that one took a hit, that one took 2. So yeah, turn will then finish off, and we did hit, so this little blue planet hit my other city and killed 132 million people. So they got a pretty good hit on us. Does it say how many we lost? 666 million. 582 million, so I think this planet, it's safe to say this planet took it a lot harder. So as you can see, here you go, here's where the devastation was caused. It was here where it got hit. So it's looking a bit rough. Have we got any other planets that got hit? Yeah, this one took a bit of a shock as well. Well, we can see the craters left from our shots. So this is actually doing surprisingly well. This one took a little bit of a damage, but not too much. But yeah, it's a pretty funky game. Once you really get into it, once you start getting down here, like this last one, this is amazing. You basically, on this, if you go back out to the map, you get almost like a satellite that redirects solar energy so it actually shoots from here on the sun. It positioned itself, when I last played it kind of positioned itself down like at the bottom of the sun. It was set in like a singular place, and my god, it's devastation. So like you've got to have, so like here, if it was here it would only be able to shoot like where you can actually see the sun. So there you have got that trajectory. You've basically got to make sure that you've got that line of sight on the city. So if I can't shoot a laser through the planet, it can't get round to the back. That's where you've got to use like missiles and stuff to try and swing it round behind the planet and all this kind of crazy stuff. But anything that got touched by that solar beam was just devastated. It was crazy. But it was one of those. But it costs like 1,000 power per turn to fire it. So you've got to have so much power to energise the actual shot in the first place that. It's created like the other kind of like superpower in this is you redirect a bunch of meteors that will fly in from off the map, and you can try and guide them, but they start to split up. And in my one game that I tried of this, it come in, got caught by the gravity of the planet, actually swung around the planet, went to fly off out the solar system, and then ended up hitting my main planet and wiping out like 2 of my cities. So that one can go a little bit backwards on you. Maybe I was just unlucky, who knows. So let's just do one more turn, I think. Oh, I haven't got enough materials to build. I wanted to try and show you the missile. Maybe if I'm quick I might be able to show you the missile after this. I'm just going to have to do it really quick though. So ooh, would we be able to turn that shot into that? Maybe. It's gonna be tight, but we might be able to do that. Tell you what, just so this stop, I don't have to keep messing with that. I'm just gonna set it on a line to go straight down multiple. So quickly jump back to this one. City was hit. One of the populations is low. Oh dear. Right, so again with you, I mostly need mines built here as well. And barrage from here as well. See if we can again try and curve this up and down. Ooh, I don't know if that looks like it might be too tight a shot to me, but we'll give it a go. Right, so we'll just end the turn, no messing around. Oh no, we actually did get the hit, and yep, so did they. So there we go. Good, right, it's going to get a little bit tricky from now on. So hopefully, god damn it, I was 50 short. Okay, I'll tell you what. Because it's both me playing and I've got nothing to lose, I'm just going to end both the players' turns, just real quick. Just so they build up enough materials next turn that I can build the missile. I'll quickly skip their turns again and I'll show you how the missiles work differently and where intelligence comes into play. So I can now build that. So let's just make sure that's connected somewhere around here, I guess. That'll do. And I can also actually build a telescopic array, which would be really handy. So let's also just stick that right next to it. Right, so then we'd end this one's turn. Let's quickly jump onto this one. And we'd say we were going to stick down another railgun for them. And some more kinetic defences probably over here somewhere. And another mine. I'm just putting anything down at this stage. And then we end that turn. Again, this is only for demonstration. But there is full online multiplayer with this as well, so you can do this online. I haven't actually tried to get an online game, but it's got local. So at the minute I'll be playing hot seat mode, so you could easily swap it around between your friends, which is pretty cool to play. Right, so we won't build anything because I want all my energy for this. So right, now, missile. So it works in the same sense at this point where you set a trajectory. So let's say I want to try and hit it there. Then you actually pick which planet you're trying to aim it at. And then you get a target reticle where if it's going to hit the planet, you can then tell where it wants to pick. Now because I got a radar, I get very basic bit of intel on the planet, so I can actually see where they are. So I want to be trying to get into here and break the shield so I can get to the guns well. So let's say we wanted to put one around about here, I guess. Say if we put a rocket right on top of this, and then we also obviously want to stick in a few rail guns to try and mess with them. Ooh. So there we go. And yeah, these guys can fire back, I guess. Ooh, just bend that shot a little bit. There you go. Oh, that's a perfect line. Very low chance of that missing. Oh, right, because the other one was built a little bit further round. It's a little bit more of a tricky shot. Still should be doable though. Right. So now you should see the rocket come off this one, which is there. If I've worked this out right, bang, there we go. See how it then turned around the planet and actually found where it was going for, and then hits them. Oh, is this one actually going to hit? No, it got pulled by gravity and thrown off. There we go. So yeah, you get a different variety of weapons. The next weapon you unlock is lasers, which literally just fire in a straight line. Exactly the same as how the solar one that I explained. And they do quite a decent bit of damage as well. So yeah, we the missile was intercepted by the kinetic defense, so those defenses actually saved me. So there you go. Right, that's a very basic look at Interplanetary. It is available on Steam. It's worth it if you like a nice simple turn-based game that you can play with your friends, play online. It is simple, but it's one of them that I imagine there's quite a hidden, sneaky game to it where you could get quite good at it. I've had a decent bit of fun with it though. It's a nice little casual game that you can pop in, have a quick go on it, and then off you pop again. It's good fun. Check it out. I highly recommend it. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Drop me a comment on what you think. Subscribe if you haven't already. Favourite if you really enjoyed the video. And thank you very much for watching. Hopefully I will see you soon. Bye bye.